Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays the Binding of Isaac AFTERBIRTH Plus. We're gonna do well, we're gonna do better, we're gonna be Isaac, and we're gonna win the game. We're not only gonna win the game, here's your seed. 980QNXB3. Can I just point something out? You can see it for yourself, I'll give you 3 more seconds. We got car battery. Car battery, this is out of Eden's Blessing from the last run, by the way. Car battery is, I don't want to say bad. I think it's bad if you have the D4 or the D100. I don't know that it's bad with the D6. For all intents and purposes, under an average use case scenario, I guess in theory I expect it to be roughly the same. Because if you reroll an item twice, what does it matter? It's the same as rerolling it once, more or less. You get what I mean by that? Here, just stomp him. Right, no, we don't want to do that. And it's actually not the worst idea to use our bomb there regardless, because now we get double consumables temporarily out of, hold up. Out of, equality. All I mean to suggest is that car battery might be a little, I mean, it's awesome, but it also might be a touch dangerous. Depending on what we got going on. Now, look, more patient men have played Isaac. I'm not necessarily one of them. I don't know if I fit that bill. What I do know how to do is suck up the consequences of using my Orbital so exhaustively. It's kind of the benefit of having a little extra HP is that you can afford to do dumb stuff like this, and there we go. Really, I was hoping for Shoop-to-Whoop. If there's one thing in this game that correlates positively with chances for victory... Yo, probably not useful, but still. It's, number of item pedestals that you get over the course of a run. The more item pedestals you get, the more likely you are to succeed. Health down. Okay, I will take Eyeball Tears. Perhaps slightly against my better judgment. And you might think, oh, here comes Salty NL. Here comes NL about to be salty over his run. Not even close. Everything that's happening right now is due to my own, I don't want to say idiocy. Okay, now that I've gotten some HP, I can say idiocy. But we're actually, like, in a completely adequate spot. I was just being a little silly using my orbitals. Nothing to worry about. Hey, sack of sacks, hit the sack, been too long. I'm glad to be back. Didn't need to blow you up. That's fine. Because we're about to be at equality levels again. I don't know why it made everything in there free. But I'll take it nonetheless. Let's also... Nah. I was going to say look for a second secret room. Now, starting on the next floor, we can't be as flippant about our HP. We've got to be a little bit more conscientious. I am... mildly annoyed and perturbed by the fact that we got another burning basement, but no, there's no salty NL to be had, for real. Everything's coming up Millhouse. The Orbital, one of the best items we could ever expect. All we gotta do, be a little bit more conservative in our approach, take the opportunity if possible to snag a deal with the... What is happening? Everything on every shop is free? I don't know why. I'm gonna resist hitting you with a Linkin Park quote, but I really don't understand it. It seemed to happen when I picked up Sack of Sacks. Like, there's some kind of weird, like, Sack of Sacks equality combination work in here that I have never seen before, or at least don't remember seeing. Either way. All we gotta do. Last run, by the way, we would have beat Delirium. Why did we not beat Delirium on the last run? First off, took a little bit of dumb damage. Secondly, Hematomesis Pill took us from like 8 HP down to 3 HP, one room before the boss. Everything else, oh, it's like when you get to an equal number of consumables, everything becomes free. Or it gets rerolled into, okay, alright, well, interesting. We're looking for a doubled key, and I know there's a double key back there, but we'd have to use a bomb to get it, which would screw up our quality setup. Mind you, one bomb for 2 keys is just a good trade agnostically, so You know what? Let's grab this anyway. Let's see what we got going on here, okay? I did double up on bombs. I almost have an obligation, dare I suggest, to use 5 bombs over the course of our combat now. At least that's what I'm going to tell myself. It looks like we'll have a good chance. Some devil deal sort of setups. Go ahead, go ahead. That's 5 bombs. Perfect. Beautiful timing. Thanks for the free boss fight. I don't think I would turn up my nose at a speed upgrade. You know what? Let's get extremely weird on this run. We're 1 bad spike away from dying accidentally. But I'm willing to give this one the benefit of the doubt. Why? I don't really know. I just feel I'm in a little bit of a silly mood, maybe. Maybe I want to believe that these deals with the devil are going to take us there. Even if the first one is a little bit trashed here. Either way, let's see what the game wants to give us, you know? I'm putting the ball in the game's court. I'm not going to throw away any HP anymore. Not willy-nilly, at least. Dude, you know the song that goes like... Tutti frutti! Tutti frutti! Tutti frutti! Tutti frutti! They should remake that song, or rather come out with a sequel. Far too few songs have sequels. I can't think of too many. You know, It's My Life by Bon Jovi is kind of like a pseudo-sequel to Living on a Prayer. They do reference Tommy and Gina. Tommy and Gina, they never back down. Dom, dom, ba-doo-dee-doo-doo. You know that one. Come on. We're all cut from the same cloth here. We're all Bon Jovites. Go ahead and hit me. It does not matter as of right now. Secret room, please. What? I would like some battery charges. I guess we're not going to get him, so I'll take Best Bud. I don't really understand what equality is doing, so I'm going to just leave it as our trinket for now, because I think it's been doing some good stuff. I just can't quantify it. No. Blow it up. Certainly this right now is the kind of run you look at and you go, dude, I don't know if we got a hush in us. I don't know if we got a hush in us on this run, but I gotta try, okay? You got my word on that one. But anyway, they should remake it. Here's the first one. Sequel to Tutti Frutti. It goes, willy-nilly, willy-nilly, willy. It writes itself. You know, just any 2 words that come together. Tutti Frutti. Ipso facto, ipso facto, ipso facto. Hoity-toity. Hoity-toity is already almost written. Hoity-toity. Hoity-toity is a bad bit. I just don't understand it. Games get sequels. Books get sequels. Movies get sequels. Did I already say movies? Songs don't get sequels. For whatever reason. It's like you're telling me Peter Jackson didn't say everything he had to say about The Hobbit in 2 5-hour-long movies. He had to make a 3rd one to tie it all together. But I'm supposed to believe that Broken Side got their whole ethos out in a 3-minute and 33-second song, Freaky, from 2008? I don't think so. I don't think so, dude. There has to be an article. Songs with sequels. I'm going. 18 songs with sequels. Chubby Checker, The Twist, and Let's Twist Again. I respect that. Chuck Berry, Johnny Be Good and Bye Bye Johnny. I like that. Second song puts it to rest. It doesn't leave you on a cliffhanger. Leslie Gore, It's My Party and I'll Cry If I Want To. Followed by, later that year, Judy's Turn to Cry. I like that. The title implies a revenge arc. Charlie Daniels Band, The Devil Went Down to Georgia, 1979. Followed by The Devil Comes Back to Georgia in 1993. That's beautiful. I'm still going. Ashes to Acid. Ashes to Ashes is a sequel to Space Oddity? I didn't realize. Still going. There's not that many. Here's what. Please, Mr. Postman, followed by Twistin' Postman. That's like a. You don't see that too much in music anymore. It's like, hey, we made a song that was big. What comes next? Well, let's just tie it in with the dance craze that we got going on. It's like Vanilla Ice in Ice Ice Baby, followed by the Macarena Ice Ice Baby. Dun 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 dun. Would you like to stop and then collaborate and listen? Ice has got a track, get a brand new admission. Got to admit, I don't know the lyrics to Ice Ice Baby because I don't spend my time listening to meme music. I'm not a DJ at a middle school dance. Let me go! Half the people out there right now watch this. Yo, NL, I know Vanilla Ice isn't a real rapper, but Ice Ice Baby's a good song. No, see, there's a difference. Thing is, you were just one when it was released. You heard it all the time. It wormed its way into your brain, and that's okay. We can get through this together. I've got songs like that for myself. Like, for example, for some reason, my brain thinks that Bad Boys, aka the Cops theme song, is a good song. Sometimes I'll just be minding my own business, and my brain will be like, when the long arm comes for you, Bad Boys is not a good song. Thank you, Egghead. I almost re-rolled it immediately. It would have been a bad... Dude, we got car battery. I'm sorry. No, we have to. We have to re-roll it. Okay, I'm happy with the way it went down, but I did want to keep Guppy's head, I'll admit. And I think we could have gotten away with it, but I'm happy with the way it went down anyway. A Thame plus luck can get some good stuff going. So now I have to admit, by the way, I'm very happy I took that... deal with the devil earlier. Despite the deal with the devil being somewhat dubious. Oh, I love this. Despite it being somewhat dubious, we now have ourselves in a position where we're... Oh, my mistake. We're expecting to get more deals with the devil in the future. Go ahead and hit me. I got an idea. Okay, there we go. My God, it worked. I've really come around on a Thame, by the way. I think as long as you only pop it on the most appropriate rooms you could ever imagine. Like, that was a very bad time to pop it, for example, because our Demon Heart just killed all the enemies after we took damage. A similarly terrible time to pop it. Okay, so I've learned my lesson. A Thame, great item, cannot be relied upon solely. At least not with 0 luck. Again, I don't know if luck actually applies. One day we should look that up. I'm still early in my Isaac career. Cut me some slack. Pestilence. So here's the thing. I'm going to blow up Pestilence. We could get HP out of it. I thought that would give us a better devil chance, but I guess Demon Judgments don't give you a better devil or angel chance when you blow them up. Much to my surprise / chagrin. I have no idea why we're getting exclusively Horsemen of the Apocalypse here, but I'm actually pretty pleased. Like, second level Cube of Meat, not that much of an improvement over first level, but I do believe that we do not have Meat Boy unlocked yet. So why not? At least give it a shot. We have to take Guppy. We're so close to the Guppy Dream. If we get the Guppy Dream, we coast, you know? Easy Hush victory, probably. And a plausible Delirium kill. For now, though. Look at that. There were those who said it couldn't be done. He said with a smile, maybe it couldn't. I don't know, there's always a poem I remembered. It was on like my... It was a poem my teacher had on his desk in 6th grade. It wasn't even a poem he shared with the rest of class. I know you're going, oh, that's inspiring. Later he got fired for embezzlement. So maybe he took the motivational message a little bit too literally. Dude was kind of a dick. Hey, NL, you can't say... I'm the only one of us here that can say it, okay? You don't know, he might have been going through some stuff in his home life that caused him to embezzle. Okay, you bleeding hearts. You got me there. Take me down. So I think we're still, well, that was 3rd floor down. We're still like a minute and a half behind schedule, and we really are in... Yo, that's amazing. Check this out. We are in dire need. Please. That's fair. We're in dire need of some spirit hearts. I'm willing to give him just a little bit of juice here. I appreciate the damage. Egghead, you're so good! Egghead! It's giving us so many free plays. I'll give you one more. I'm willing to go for it. Alright, you son of a gun. Get me out of here. The goodness never stops. Can't stop winning. Okay, so we're guppy. What should we do? Well, if we were smarter, we would start, like, really making a concerted effort to protect ourselves, knowing that offensively we're probably sorted, and eventually, you know, our defense will probably get there. What I'm going to do instead is use my newfound Orbital to do, like, as much damage as is humanly possible to every single enemy we come across as quickly as possible, for reasons that even I don't fully fathom. It's just the way my brain wants to do things, you know? I will absolutely reroll a 1-up. You know why I reroll a 1-up? A 1-up is a useless item. I'm not going to die. But NL, you got 1.5 HP. I know what I said, okay? I'm hesitant to talk sternly in episodes, just because I worry that, I don't worry that people are going to dislike it. I worry that people are going to like it too much. They're going to be like, oh, yes, chef. I did screw up the lamb sauce. That's right. Kick me out of the service, Chef Ramsay. Kate and I had a really good idea for a comedy sketch, so I'm passing this off into the public domain. It has to... should wait until near the season finale of Hell's Kitchen for this season. Because it's not... like, it's a bit that is not so evergreen. Hell's Kitchen needs to be in the public consciousness when this pops, okay? I just want you to know. Hold on, I gotta focus on this for just a second here. So one thing that Chef Ramsay, Gordon, to his friends like me, one thing that he does all the time is he'll pull some food out that somebody tried to put one by him, you know? They'll be like, oh, chef, 2 lambs ready to go. And then he'll cut open the lamb and he'll go, my God. And then he'll call all the chefs over and be like, red team! And they all go, yes, chef. And he goes, touch it! Touch it! Tell me what's wrong. Touch it! He keeps going, touch it. And they're always like, it's cold, chef. It's cold in the center. They're like, get it together. So here's the bit, okay? That's the premise. Now I'm going to give you the execution. Gordon Ramsay gets served a dish of food, and it's quite clearly smoldering. Like it's on fire. It's a sizzling plate of tortillas, or fajitas, I should say. Something along those lines. And he cuts it open, and he goes, my God. And then he goes, red team, get over here. And the red team goes over there, and he goes, touch it! Tell me what's wrong with it. And then the red team touches it, and they're like visibly wincing in pain, and you hear like, like their skin is being seared when they touch it. And then he's like, what's wrong with that? And they go, it's cold, chef. That's right, it's raw. You touch it. Chef, I don't want to touch it. I trust you that it's cold. Touch it! Do you want to be my next chef? At the sunny Paris Hotel and Resort in Las Vegas, Nevada. There's like 9 accents there. And they go, yes, chef. And they touch it and like their skin melts off. What's wrong with it? It's cold. It's ice cold, chef. Now, I'm not saying it, you know, that's not like an 11:30 to midnight bit on SNL. 100%. That is a 12:30 to 1 a.m. bit on SNL. When everybody that's watching the show has already fallen asleep. However, it could make it onto the show. I promise you that. You know why? It subverts expectations and it gets the people going. Just write that bit is, here, the soul of the joke is very simple. Hell's Kitchen contestants visibly do something that and then say it's the opposite of what it appears to be. I promise you that bit will work. We're gonna get closer to Beelzebub. I promise you it'll work. Okay, let's get the heck out of town. No item pedestals remain for us to besmirch. Catacombs 2, so we're still a floor behind schedule. Hush fight seems like a very logical goal. Boss rush is very unlikely. Plausible, but very unlikely. Except for Magic Mush, which is going to appear right here and just tie the whole run together. I don't have ideas for good sketches very often. That's why I feel like I can tell you that I know you're like, that one wouldn't work. Have you ever seen SNL? By the way, there's a myth about Saturday Night Live, which is people always think that like 2 generations ago was the golden age of Saturday Night Live. When I was growing up, I was watching Saturday Night Live You know, the Adam Sandler days were a little bit behind my time, or I was behind the times for them. I was too young is what I'm trying to say. I was watching the Will Ferrell, Tina Fey, Jimmy Fallon, Daryl Hammond, but he's been on the show forever, Horatio Sanz, etc., days of SNL. And when I was watching it, every episode, people went, oh. You know, this wouldn't have happened in the golden days. When it was David Spade, Adam Sandler, Christopher Farley, Mike Myers, Dana Carvey. Wouldn't have happened back then. The episodes weren't as bad before. You know what? Suck them up. At least we got a nice luck upgrade there. We might actually be able to swing boss rush here. If we teleport. Got a couple of different directions to go. I think it could be done. But my parents, when they would watch the David Spade era, aka the Adam Sandler era, aka the Kevin Nealon era, Saturday Night Live, they were going, this isn't as good as the era we watched when we were growing up. Dan Aykroyd, Jane Curtin, Bill Murray, etc., you know? Gilda Radner. Everybody thinks that the generation, like if you were 14, that's your ideal Saturday Night Live generation. I firmly believe that. From 14 to 17 is your Saturday Night Live window. Anyway, if you've ever seen Saturday Night Live or heard of it, yo, essentially, about 1 out of every 2 sketches is basically like, haha, the girl got a funny voice. And this is gonna sound backhanded, and it's not meant to be, sort of. I have a great amount of respect for the people that are on Saturday Night Live. To be that consistently attempting to be funny week in and week out, it's a lot of work. You're in the crucible, you know? That's 90 minutes of scripted comedy every week performed live. That's tough. I can't even imagine. Mostly because I've never even come close to doing anything like it in my life. That being said, there's usually like 2 good sketches a week. I hate to say it. I think that previously, I've been of the opinion, 2 good sketches a week, they should really kick it into gear. What I realized as I've gotten older is that 2 good sketches a week is just about the highest you could possibly get. It does not get better than that. You can watch Key and Peele. It's true for them as well. The only difference is they had as much time as they wanted between seasons. There were usually a few sketches on a weekly basis that crushed it, but they had all summer to come up with those sketches, and the show was only a half hour long, okay? I prefer Key and Peele to Saturday Night Live 10 times out of 10. I'm just telling it like it is here. Did not get a deal with the devil, that's okay. Will we go through with the boss rush? It depends on the caliber of item. We will not go through with boss rush. I did see, we could have re-rolled. We should have re-rolled. I did see that there was a Dr. Fetus in there, but I don't think that's worth it. It's true of every sketch comedy show. There is, and I've watched them all. Mitchell & Webb, Matt TV, like 20 years of Saturday Night Live almost every week. It's just, there's no sketch comedy show under the sun. They're all over the sun in outer space. No, there's an AWAS in there. There's no sketch comedy show that nails it 100% of the time. Just can't be done. Don't even get me started on YouTubers. Myself included. If I can have 1 good joke every 2 episodes, that's like a good... Excuse me. Oh, you're my friends. That's like a good measurement for me. In fact, it doesn't even have to be a good joke. If it's just something you would repeat or think about for longer than like a quarter of a second, I consider that a success. If it tickles your fancy, even better. I want a battery charge. Because Book of... I don't even remember what the book is called. Book of Secrets? It's not worth it. I don't even know why that book exists. That's the book you make when, you know, you forgot it's 11:50 and you go, oh, can't wait to go to bed. Oops, did I do my my book project? I forgot. So hear me out here. I think we get rid of the D6. We go Crystal Ball. Crystal Ball gives us an amazing ability Not just the mapping, but the spirit hearts and the cards. And potentially the runes? I'm not sure. With rune bag. No, it shouldn't work like that, but it gives us a potentially amazing ability to sustain our life force as we get ready to not die to delirium for the second run in a row, I hope. Sister Vincent, that's a callback. I'll take it. I'll take what I can get. Okay, a Thame didn't do me good on that one. That's fine. We'll take Torn Photo. We don't have rerolls here, so I hope we get something good. I guess we will sacrifice 2 of you for the good of the third. Full health, please. Health up. Almost similar. Okay, I'm out. Sorry, little dude. Don't you think and now I'm getting into dangerous, oh no, NL, please don't talk about the Diablo Immortal announcement territory. But don't you think that's sort of true, like, with everything? I fall victim to this myself, I'll admit. But don't you think to some extent, a lot of people are kind of trapped in that? The best version of this was the version that existed when I was just, you know, typifying for my brain what this actually was. You know, I feel like if you were to ask people, what's your favorite movie? What's your favorite video game? Who's your favorite band? What percentage of the population do you think would choose a band they started liking in their teenage years, which I have to point out is only like 6 years, versus a band they started liking after adulthood? I don't even know what my own favorite band is. Not after adult, I guess I should say in your 20s or beyond. Like if you were to, I'll level with you. I think my musical tastes are pretty much trapped in a time capsule from when I was between the ages of 16 and 19. I'm lucky that well, 16 and 22 maybe. I'm lucky that I got into some cool stuff during that period, because otherwise I'd be trapped listening to garbage. Instead, I'm trapped listening to hipster garbage, but hey, could be worse. You might hate the hipster coffee shops, but they make good coffee. Okay? That's all I'm going to say on that subject. Where am I going with this? I'm just saying, I haven't galaxy brained myself into, like, you know, a single digit IQ. I'm not one of the people on Twitter that's like, give Diablo Immortal a chance. Maybe it'll be the best Diablo game ever made. There's literally a chance, but come on. But at the same time, I did see a lot of people who were like, I don't want Diablo Immortal. Just remake Diablo 2 with better settings. And I'm like, yep, that's nostalgia. That's nostalgia getting you again. It gets me all the time. I'm not besmirching nostalgia. Happens to me, you know. Oh, the new Modest Mouse album sounds nothing like the Modest Mouse albums I grew up listening to when I was figuring out what good music sounded like. I understand. We're all in this together, dude. Yo, that could potentially be very, very nice for us. Hold up. Pardon me. The microphone actually moved with the strength of that cough, so I apologize. That was really bad. You know what? The sun is... Okay, wait one sec. To a space is a little ridiculous. The sun is probably better than the devil card for us. These are horrible. Suck them up. Good rate of fire increase. These are also really, really bad. Yo, all of these are items. Okay, 4 of those were items. That's still really good. So we get Cricket's Head. Nice damage bonus. Blood Bag. Fate's Reward, and our shots are decent. And then Infamy, which is real nice as well. Then in here, grab this bad boy. Burkano. The Magician. Strength. I'll take the Magician back. The Magician, the Magician. This is, I mean, the 4 items we got there were of staggering beauty. And then the shot speed upgrade, sorry, the tears upgrade from our Black Rune play. Very nice. Would like to point out we have 6 luck right now. Might be a good time to test your theory about luck plus a theme. In the meantime, though, I'm just going to hit this button about 100,000 times to make flies come out and the enemy health bar gets smaller. I haven't talked about the Diablo stuff. It's so hard, and it gets so much more irritating as time goes on. I apologize for almost audibly getting actually angry. It's just frustrating. Because, like, I keep trying to tell people. People go, hey, how do you feel about the Diablo news? And I go, oh, a franchise I haven't enjoyed, really, since I was, I don't know, 14 years old. Not that it's a game for 14-year-olds. It's just when Diablo 2, like, finally, after 3 years of playing it every night, lost its luster for me. And then Diablo 3, played it launch, didn't like it that much. Heard it got a lot better. Nick loves it. I'm not besmirching Diablo 3. It just wasn't for me specifically. So a franchise that hasn't come out with, like, any product except for, you know, console remakes of Diablo 3 since 2012. And a franchise I haven't actually felt any personal connection to since, you know, before I even entered high school. Announced a new game on a platform I literally never play games on unless I'm competing for a large check from Amazon Game Studios. So the real answer is I have no opinion. And then people hit me with like a wink wink nudge nudge and go, yeah, gamer culture, am I right? Those gamers are so entitled. And I go, no, you don't understand, I have no opinion. And they go, oh yeah, I see what you're saying. Blizzard really has lost the plot with respect to their committed fan base. And I go, no, you're not listening to me. I just don't care about phone Diablo. Aren't you exhausted? I'm tired, man. I'm so tired of having to have an opinion about everything in this toy industry. Everything, it always comes with a layer of like an underpinning of politics associated with it, and it's a game for your phone. I don't care. I've got bigger problems. Haven't we all got bigger problems? That's not to say if you care about it, I think, you know, get a life. It's just to say, please stop trying to trick me into giving an opinion on this issue that I do not have. It's a meta code that goes into your phone and lets you pretend to be a wizard. I can't. Even now, you're like, yeah, you're right. People should stop caring about it. No, that's not. You're not listening. Just stop asking me about it. If you care, that's cool. Just stop caring that I care. Oh, are you saying people should never have opinions on anything, NL? That's kind of a, well, if we did that, then wouldn't Hitler still be in? You're not listening to me for the 15th time. I got things to worry about in my life, dude. You read the climate change report? I live near the sea. I can't be worrying about Diablo for the phone. Trying to figure out if my street address will still exist in the year 2030. I got my doctor talking to me about high LDL cholesterol. I got my mom sending me photos of myself as a baby and wondering where did the time go? How did this perfect being turn into the not so grump you see in front of you right now? You know? I can't be worried about Diablo for the phone. How do you feel about the Trailer Park Boys game for the cellular telephone where they sell marijuana? That's how I feel about the Diablo game. It has not crossed into my mental aerospace yet. Do I hope it's good? You're not listening. Well, yes, I hope it's good. Not to prove anybody wrong, though. I hope it's good because you know, what kind of horrible person are you if you hope a game is bad? You know, that's kind of a weird way to think about it. I hope that game's bad, so it shows Blizzard that we don't play bad games, but if it were good, then it wouldn't be. So, you know, you get what I'm saying here. You know, of course, I hope everything's good. You know, people are dedicating a few years of their life to developing it, and it's never gonna come back. So, you know, of course, I hope it's good. Anyway, that's my thoughts on the Diablo matter. Now that I've given my exhaustive and comprehensive opinion. Typical centrist Ryan. Not caring about highly political video game issues. I see you, Twitch chat. Not caring about Diablo and yet having 5,000 hours in Isaac. I'll have you know, I only have 3,500 hours in Isaac. Thank you very much. You are not Delirium. I have requested an audience with Delirium. Please provide him to me. Okay. Tell you what, I mean, I'll take a stab at it. Teratoma. Still, we should crush Delirium, by the way. This should not be a tough one. We should stop messing my screen up. Battery charge? Joker? Ace of Clubs. What the heck am I supposed to do with that? Ace of Clubs. Didn't even know they made that card in this stage of the game. Alright, this has been a fun run, by the way. It's a fun run, 100,000% saved by the fact that we lucked into a D6 Guppy roll. But a fun run nonetheless. A good time was had by all. Yeah, a better time than anybody will have playing Diablo. You continue to not be listening. So, you know, oh boy, a Chaos card. But here's the thing. Chaos, it doesn't work as well against Delirium. Still works pretty well. But here's what my new thought, okay? Let's be Isaac Mythbusters. I want to use Delirium, sorry, I want to use Chaos card against an enemy that takes a lot of HP. Or takes a lot of damage. So that guy would have been a good choice. I didn't. Mom's Heart is a bad choice. We basically want an enemy that's multi-segmented. Larry Jr. would be another. I think I missed, or I bisected him perfectly. I don't know. It sucks that we missed. We probably would have been better off just throwing it at a stationary enemy, but you know, it's still like we should be in a great spot. Only disadvantage on this run we have compared to the last run is no Holy Light. What would you rather have, Guppy or Holy Light? It's a tougher question than you might think, but the objectively correct answer is Guppy. Unless you already have all the other things Guppy offers. But Holy Light is really, really good. So I'm not stressing out over the limited. We also had Host Hat last time, which is really nice. But I'm not stressing out over the HP loss too much so far. Reason for that is highly simple. We have the Sun card, so we have a little bit more HP than it looks like. Dare I say, actually, didn't we also have the Wafer last time? Or was that 2 runs ago? The Wafer also was a nice bonus whenever we had it. Keep hitting those flies, baby. And after you win, don't forget to hit that yeet. If you hit the bell and subscribe, I'll tell you my real opinions on the Diablo controversy after the jump. I don't mean to seem negative about it. It has nothing to do with growing out of games or growing out of games culture. It's more just like, I get it, weirdly enough. I understand caring about it as an issue. I just don't, and like I resent as a YouTuber being asked about it as if I'm like a tastemaker. I am a tastemaker, but like begrudgingly, and you know, quite ashamed of it, which is why you should always trust me. Anyway, we got the D Infinity, or as I call it, the Do. Hope you've enjoyed the episode. Got a few more Delirium-type Mega Satan deals to do. We gotta unlock the Lost at some point as well. For now, though, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. Helps a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and of course, I'll see you next time. See ya! It won't end. The video won't end, please.